Why, hello there. This is your astrological forecast for the sun in Libra going from September the 22nd through October the 24th. My name is Kat. You're watching the Soul Sister channel. First thing we want to talk about is that the sun in Libra coincides with the fall equinox. The fall equinox is the astrological halfway point of the year. The astrological year starts with the spring equinox at the end of March. So we are at the halfway point. Libra is a male energy, so it's more outward moving, it's action oriented. Libra is an air energy, so it's intellectual. We're going to be using our brain and processing and thinking and collecting data and making sense of all the information coming our way. It's also a cardinal sign. So Libra initiates, it comes up with new ideas, new ways. It's that imagination where it stops and you have that new way, that new idea, that creative thought. So that is all about Libra. That's that Libra energy too. That Libra wants to begin new projects, have new experiences. So that is our Libra energy. The Libra energy in a nutshell is all about finding peace. It's finding indestructible peace within ourselves, to the point that no matter what is going on in the outer world, we are able to remain centered and aligned with our higher self or our soul or with God, or however you want to call that, with that part of ourself that is greater than what we can consciously experience within our physical bodies. So that the way to begin to find that peace, Libra is about relationships. So the most important relationship that we have is the relationship with ourselves and the relationship with our higher selves. Kind of one and the same thing, because it's all the same aligned energy. We just have to work on getting access to that part of ourselves that's greater than we can access consciously. So that's where we start with this Libra energy. We start with the relationship of our higher self, of getting into contact with that, of growing that relationship, developing it if we haven't already. Because it's through that relationship with our higher self that we will learn, we will come to that indestructible peace that we are looking for. But that's where it has to start. So that's the first relationship we're working on this month. And then there's the relationship we have with everyone else, no matter if it is our significant other, our friends, our family, our co-workers. It's all how we relate. And can you see, if we come from this place of indestructible peace, we can come at any kind of situation, any kind of opportunity, open and ready and objective to really be there, and really be there for the other, listening and honoring the other as we come to an agreement, as we come to a compromise. That is what this energy is about. So we start with peace within ourselves. We want to be able to have peace in our environment as well. So this energy is about being able to provide a space for ourselves that we can go to, where we can become renewed. We can find peace. We can feel safe. We can feel connected to our higher self and to the universe. So we might want to spruce something up at home. so that we can have that special space. We might want to make a special space outside in the garden for that. But that's important too, that we can visually experience peace through the beauty around us. And then there's peace within the relationship, whether that is, like I said, our spouse, our lover, the relationships with our friends, family, co-workers, boss. Once we come from that place of peace, then we can work on harmonizing, renewing, healing, repairing, or releasing. Because with this Libra energy, if there are relationships in our life that are not working, are not helping us come to that peace within ourselves, which are actually disrupting that peace, we might need to let those relationships go. So this Libra energy is all about that too. The other thing about the Libra energy is that it is intellectual. We are processing a lot of information this month. We're going to be looking at different ways to compromise, different ways to come to agreement. So one of the negatives of this energy is we keep processing so much we get stuck. We can't make a decision of which way to go because this is good here, but this is better over here. And if we do that, that will happen. But if we do that, that will happen. So and then we don't move. We don't make a decision. So just be aware of that so we don't get stuck in our head, unable to act. So that is our Libra energy. We begin with the Sun in Libra, the fall equinox on October the 22nd. Libra also is about balance. I mean, it is the scales, right? So we are trying to bring balance to whatever aspect of our life is out of whack. Whether that is and it is all about relationships. So is it our relationship with the other, people, or is it a relationship with our job? Is our job providing us peace, security, support? Any kind of relationship. Is it our relationship with food? For me last month, I really had to work on that Sun in Virgo. I had to work on that relationship in food because Virgo is all about health and becoming healthy. So, there's that relationship too. So there's any kind of relationship we're talking about. One more thing I want to note before we move on is just as an observation, it's going to be very interesting. So we're working on these relationships. We've been doing a lot of internal work with the retrogrades these past few months. And this month, between September 22nd and October 24th, we're going to have Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all going direct. So the fog is going to lift a little, and our thoughts are going to be a little bit more clear. We're going to be able to see things a little bit better, even though Mercury is going to go retrograde. While these guys are going direct, Mercury's going to upset the apple cart and go retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde on September the 26th and will be retrograde until October the 18th. So, great energy for inner work. Mercury is such a great example of the cycle and how the retrograde works in the cycle, because Mercury's retrograde only for 3 weeks, so we get to experience upfront and personal how this energy works. And the energy of the cycle is to do internal work. It's supportive of internal work, self-discovery, working with higher self. it's not so great for the outer world. So in the natural cycle, this is a time to review and release and go over things, but that's not how we operate. We're still going to work every day. We're running the kids here and there, and so here's what's going to look like, and it'll be. I think it's fun. It really isn't fun, but watch how the energy, how it works when we're not following the cycle. It's going to look like, Mercury is the messenger of the gods. So anything that has to do with communication, with data, with information, with travel, look for that stuff to mess up. Now, I find it fun because I know that going in. We're going to have 3 weeks of email not getting where it's supposed to be, of our luggage being lost, of flights being canceled, of us telling somebody something and they understood it completely differently, and now we have a problem, stuff like that, so just be aware of it. So I don't know, on my part, since there's nothing we can do about it because we can only control ourselves, we can do that about it. I like to find the humor in it. So find the humor in all the crazy stuff that goes on in the outer world in the 3 weeks from September 26th to October the 18th. But remember, this is a great time to utilize not only the Mercury retrograde energy, but that Libra energy to continue to develop and grow that relationship with our higher self through quieting, centering, meditation, or guided meditation. So it's a great time to really work on that relationship, the most important relationship. On October the 26th, we have a new moon in Libra. This is a great time to begin to sit down and strategize for your coming year. Do some long-term planning, get some action points together. What are we going to do? What do we need to do to make this goal happen? Get that opportunity. It's a great time to strategize and plan. Also also on October 6th, Pluto goes direct. So now the internal work of Pluto was all about our power and claiming our power and being conscious of our power and not giving it away unconsciously. So hopefully we have done the work, and as Pluto goes direct, we become more confident in ourselves. We're more comfortable with our true, authentic self. We know how far we'll go before our ideals or ethics are compromised, and we don't allow that to happen anymore. And to top off October the 6th, we have Venus moving into Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, my favorite energy, it's mine. So anyway, now we're all about fun and getting out there, especially with Venus there. We might want to take our friends, our significant other. We want to get outdoors. We want to do some hiking, some camping, some swimming, go to the beach. A great time to look at our faith, our spirituality. Do we still go to church? Is that relationship with our religion, does that need a little updating? Does our religion reflect our beliefs and our ethics and our character? So it's a time for new romance, opportunity for new romance. Sagittarius, I gotta be honest, may not be a deep, long-lasting life partner, but it might be some fun, frivolous, frantic fun The other thing about the new moon in Sagittarius is just to be very careful of excess. This energy, the Sagittarian energy, tends to overdo, and if a little is great, then more is great, and lots more is the best. And we know that that's not true. And then the very next day, on October the 7th, we have the Sun conjunct Mars in Libra. Boy, are we feeling, we are brave and we're determined and we're going to make a difference. But in this situation, we're going to be working with the group. So that Mars energy tends to be aggressive, tends to be argumentative, tends to be very pushy and insensitive. So as we are talking about our idea or our proposition, let's make sure that we're aware of that energy and we don't push it so far and have it come at people to where we are offensive and we cause some hurt feelings. But otherwise, we are just feeling really good. So if we have a proposition, an idea that we want to promote, it is a great day to do that within the group, as long as we are sensitive to the other and we honor everyone else's opinion. Next stop is October the 9th with the Sun conjunct Mercury retrograde in Libra. It's a great time in group work. This is a great day to tap in to our intuition. Our intuition will be feeding us information. If we have been developing that relationship with our higher self, yes, we have, yes, we'll be able to hear it. And here is through our intuition. So we will experience it. That's probably the best way. We will experience that information, and we will be able to use that information in working with the group. And we're working in a group. We're working to balance, harmonize, compromise, come to a consensus. And it's a great energy where we just work. We have that inner support, so that we know exactly what to say to get the ownership we need. So that is on the 9th. And then the next day, on October the 10th, Saturn goes direct in Aquarius. Now, here's the question. When Saturn was retrograde, we were really looking at where we have been shirking our responsibilities, where we have been shirking our duties, where we needed to grow up. And now we get to experience the effect of that. If we have done the work of Saturn retrograde, we're probably going to have a new structure, a new foundation. And even though it's new, it's strong and healthy, and we can support it, and we are responsible for it. If we haven't done the work of Saturn retrograde, we will find going forward that those parts of our lives that are unstable, that don't support us, they will fall away, and we will get yet another opportunity to build a stronger supportive structure in whatever area, whether that is our relationships, any kind of situation, opportunity, job, anything like that. So that it happens on October the 10th. On October the 18th, our little buddy Mercury goes to direct. So now we have experienced the last 3 weeks of what it looks like when that little guy goes retrograde and how much disruption it can cause in our lives. Usually not anything crazy dramatic, but just little things, annoyances and irritations that last 3 weeks because we don't follow the the cycle of just taking a time out and working internally. Now, if we've used the energy to work internally, again, developing our intuition through the relationship with our higher self, we are going to experience the effects of that in a very positive way. Again, through clarity, through we just seem to come up with the perfect answer for a situation, things like that, because we're developing this relationship with our higher self. And along with Mercury going direct, Mercury is joined by Jupiter going direct on October the 18th. So now with these two guys all ready to go, you know, Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and we talked about that a little bit earlier with the Venus going into Sagittarius. So this Sagittarian energy is all about optimism, opportunity, faith. So we're feeling good, we're optimistic. Mercury just helped out. It's going direct too. We are feeling great. Seems like the fog is clearing and we're seeing some muddy parts of our lives a lot better these days. And then we end our Sun in Libra month with a Aries full moon. And boy, what a way to end the month. Because the Aries full moon is that Aries energy. Very aggressive, very edgy, very disruptive, very insistent. And so we have this Libra energy, right, for the month, and now we have this full moon in Aries. So what this may look like, unfortunately, it could be a blow up. It could be a blow up in a relationship, in a situation involving other people, in a relationship, a situation, group, job, with your boss. This energy is hot, and it's not hot in a good way. It's hot in a very volatile way. So on the 20th of October, we may have a very unexpected, abrupt, unpleasant surprise with maybe there's just this huge relationship with someone in our lives that we've really had, we just can't bring harmony to that relationship. We keep trying, maybe we've gone to counseling, but we still just can't get on the same page. And then during this full moon, it just blows up and it ends. So that's the kind of energy we have to be watching out for on October 20th. And in the outer world, it's definitely, again, an energy of volatility and of violence. So be careful of that. And I like to say, when we're dealing with this kind of energy, to really make sure that we come from love, abundance, and gratitude, so that we can offset any kind of that negative low energy that goes into violence. So what a great month ahead for us. I would like to share with you some advice from the universe and see what the advice of the universe, what their input is for the month coming up for us. I do not only daily astrological forecasts, I also do a weekly astrological forecast that comes out on Sunday at 6 a.m. And then I do daily astrological forecasts that come out the night before. I do them because I like to give us something that we can keep in our head and think about during the day, about the energy, in case we come up with that energy. We can start recognizing it and how to most healthily, the most balanced way of addressing it. I will be also producing a 15-minute guided meditation for the sun in Libra, and that will come out on the 22nd for anyone who would like any assistance in developing that relationship with their higher self. Okay. Little input from the universe for this month ahead. Forest Temple. I always mess up these cards. Forest Temple, Enlightenment. Whoa, that is a good card. Wolf Spirit, Family. Stag Spirit, Leadership. Well, if you are watching my channel, you've probably heard me mention the word spiritual warrior before. And this channel is kind of for spiritual warriors, for those of us who want to be conscious so that we can co-create what we want out in the outer world instead of just going to default unresolved emotions, situations, woundedness, all that stuff. So this month is our time to put that spiritual warrior forward and lead through our work, through understanding the energy of Libra, of becoming enlightened, of developing that relationship with our higher self so that we can come to that peace within ourselves that cannot be disrupted by anyone or anything. That is the enlightenment that we are looking for this month. And remembering it's not just about us. Libra is about the other and the family. As we come to work to bring balance, harmony, renewal, healing to the family relationship, where we all can feel at peace and safe, where we all are honored for who we are. We don't have to agree. We don't want to agree. We're all these incredible, different, divine human beings. So Libra is all about bringing all that incredible individuality together to create something that not one of us could create on our own. So make it a great month. Come see me at Soul Sister Cat on Facebook for my daily inspirational messages, and I do have some interesting memes there as well. If you like what you see today, please like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly appreciate it. Make it a great month. Get in touch with that part of ourself, that divine part of ourself. Develop that relationship so that we can experience complete and total peace. The keynote for the Soul Sister channel is life is lived from the inside out. Have a great month. Namaste.